Twilight is turning 20 and it's time to celebrate. Hi and welcome to Literary Hype. I am Stephenie, your Literary Hype Woman, and today's podcast is not an author, but it is someone tied to Bookish projects. And really the main one that we're going to talk about today is Twilight. Kellan Lutz played Emmett in the Twilight saga, and this book is now turning 20 years old. I don't know how time has flown that fast that this book is now 20 years old, but I got the chance to talk to Kellan at Fan Expo Chicago about 20 years of Twilight and what it's been like to be a part of that ride for so long, and some other bookish questions. So check out this conversation with Kellan Lutz. Welcome to Literary Hype. So excited to talk to you, an icon of books to movies. What's it like for you? It's been like 20 years since Twilight came out.
Exactly.
And you're still here doing all the cons. What's it like for you to still be a part of this world and have it be such a big part of your life still?
It's, for me, like, I love people. I love the interaction. So to be a part of a project that has become a global success, loved by so many, and it has transferred to the younger generation. So it's multi-generational enjoyment that mothers and fathers get to enjoy with their children and then their children, and the movies keep on coming out. It's really quite special because we did a lot of these right when Twilight first aired and went on worldwide tours. That was amazing, and the fandom was unlike anything I've ever experienced. And then there's Jackson! Woo-hoo-hoo! I love my brother. And then you get to come to these and give it back to the fans, because they really are the ones that have allowed us to continue enjoying our characters and then enjoying this little Kellan family. So thank you all.
I was going to ask about the multi-generationalness of it. Like once they went on Netflix, like we started seeing all the teenagers coming in for the books again, and it's like a whole new rebirth.
Oh, cool. That is cool.
Yeah. So what's it like for you seeing different generations come together over one book turned movie?
I just love that people can connect together and in their family and in their households. You know, I know growing up, it's hard for teenagers to connect. Parents aren't cool, or that's the typical response. And so with the book series, I remember when it first came out, and my sister, my one and only sister, was reading it. It really teaches a lot of like the waiting, and which is kind of messed up too, because I feel like Edward is a bit of a gaslighter, and I'm like, don't go more for the Jacob role. find a nice guy who pursues you. But it was just a really great book when kids are in that dating season, and to connect with their parents and the older generation and to share a like interest. It's beautiful. It really is. It's like, going fishing with your son, or going to nails with your mom and getting your nails done, and just the more shared interests you can adapt and create with your family, I think it just connects you more and deeper.
Clearly you like Jackson, since you just shouted
He's purdy. He's a purdy boy.
So you guys have been doing this together for so long. What's your bond like now compared to how it was when you first filmed the movies?
So much more deeper. I mean, we're men now. When we did those movies, we were young bucks, early 20s, got fame, had no idea what to do with it. We're very, we had good anchors. We had a good system in our church and with our family and households. But still, it was a lot of newness and just thrown at you. But now we have awesome wives, awesome marriages, awesome children, awesome family units. So it's really great to connect on deeper levels. And a lot of times we'll bring our families to these conventions and, do family dinners. And, much like we did when we were shooting the movies, we would do dinners with us Kellans. Now we're mixing the families and having them grow, and it's beautiful. It really is.
If we were to convince Stephenie Meyer to write a book about Emmett's perspective, what area of his life would you most want to see explored?
I mean, he was young when he turned, right? So it's I think seeing, especially in Gatlinburg when he got mangled by the bear, I think there's something very beautiful. And now that I live in Tennessee, Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge, it's unique. They're unique areas, and I think the simplicity is beautiful, and just seeing what he would have done. You know, he probably had a ranch or lived in a small farm and took care of the land. I wonder if he had siblings. I don't know. It's been a while since I read the book, if he did or not. But I would imagine he did, and I'm curious, you know, like what... There's a lot. Even talking to Peter, you know, Peter, his character lived for a very long time. And you wonder, like, all the loss. Like, I wonder with our characters who are now 100 years old plus, they witnessed a lot of their loved ones dying. And now they have this new family, the Cullens, but, you know, I wonder if he would ever go back and, you know, and if they ever want kids, like if they adopted some newborn vampires. I feel like if Stephenie wrote, or if we did like a TV show later on, like Where Are the Cullens Now, we'd have some newborn kiddos of our own and have some land and maybe live in Gatlinburg and have our own little business. It's fun living in Tennessee. They have these pumpkin patch farms, and you can ride the tractors and see the animals and play in the corn. And I'd imagine Rosalie and Emmett having something like that for the community.
One of my favorite ideas for a prequel is, or I guess sequel, would be Emmett and Rosalie's college years, and like following them through college every time they went back to college.
Oh my God! Why were we in high school? Why couldn't we just all been in college like that?
You know, questions we all have.
Yeah.
What other books would you like to be a part of turning into a movie?
I mean, there's quite a few. This Present Darkness by Frank Peretti. Some awesome authors that I'm working on helping them get a movie going. But Brian Andrews and Jeff Wilson, they have a series called the Shepherd series. It's really beautiful. It's spiritual warfare led by Navy SEALs. Daniel Suarez is one of my favorite sci-fi authors. And I think Will Smith is doing his Flux movie, which is so mind-blowing. There's a lot. I love John Grisham as well. Would love to do a John Grisham book.
And since this is Literary Hype, what books are you hyped about?
The Bible. 1,000,000% the Bible. It's the living word. I read it every single day, and every new season I write notes in it. I can't wait to pass that book down to my kiddos. But I learn something new every single day, and it's mind-blowing how much goodness is in there. It is really something special, and I'm grateful for it.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for taking time to talk to Literary Hype.
Thank you very much. Thanks, guys.
Thanks again to Kellan for taking time out of his convention schedule and taking a little break from meeting with fans to talk to me about 20 years of Twilight and what it was like to be part of that franchise in the film side of things. Getting to watch him interact with fans was so much fun, and clearly, as you saw, he still very much so loves all of the cast members, and they're so close, and it was so beautiful to watch them interact with each other throughout the weekend. If you want to get your hands on Twilight, whether that be the movie edition or the 20th anniversary edition, the links to do so are down in the show notes, because if you haven't read this, like, what planet are you living on? Like, come on now. If you enjoyed this conversation, there is so much more where that came from, so like this video, subscribe to the Literary Hype YouTube channel, and click on that little bell so you get notifications every time I post a new video, because you never know who's gonna pop up next. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.